Stream is live in 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6,
You
5,
got this, Flambo.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of the Season 5 Gopherwatch League intramural Super Cup thing. Tonight we got a crazy game on a Tuesday night. We have the Honolulu Hamsters taking on the Cantaloupes, or the Cantaloupes. This will be a quite interesting game. I am Flambo Jambo here, and I am joined with my good friend Logan Loghost Gaming.
Yes, the last name is actually gaming. Gift by God, that one.
It's true. I've seen his birth certificate.
Real gaming.
So today, of course, we're starting on Oasis, as has been normal for the first 2 weeks of Gopherwatch League tradition. And I'm expecting, of course, to see the Hamsters coming out with the ball comps, as they're quite known for. So, Logan, what do you think that the Cantaloupes need to do here in order to kind of take on those comps? Do you want to see a match, or do you think we'll see kind of a more of a rush look for them?
Well, definitely on City Center, I can definitely see Bonesy whipping up the ball of his own. I had the inside scoop. I scrimmed them on week 1, and they gave us a little bit of a pummeling, if you will,
Uh,
with a ball comp led by Bonesy and Corey on the tracer, who's kind of juiced with it as well. So I definitely think we'll see at least a mirror if the Hamsters are willing to run it, because I know Caver wants to run the ball, and I know on Rush they were running something like a double shield with a Sigma, I think. And we didn't. I don't remember what map 3. What's map 3 on there? What did I miss? Gardens. Gardens was just the standard Rush thing. So I think they're going to run the standard sets on those maps. If the Hamsters are going to run ball comp throughout that, I think it's going to be a little difficult, because there's just going to be so much less of a core that they have to be able to deal with the Cantaloupes core, and there's going to be some really good play. Going to have to be some really good play coming out from them if they're going to be able to take them out, I think.
So I do think it's very interesting because the Hamsters, I think it's going to come a lot, of course, down to supports. Hamsters, of course, have Flip Flop, very good flex support player. And then they have Cool Slime, which they weren't here last week. I think they were busy. But they are a console player and they focus on the Lucio. So that kind of opens up those rush comps that weren't really shown against the Kittens. So I wonder if maybe the Hamsters are going to experiment more with that rush this week to try to get Cool Slime comfortable in that role, or if we might see some off-rolling, maybe an Echo Mercy with a Kua or stuff like that. Meanwhile, the Cantaloupes also did not have Neo their first week. So I think it's definitely going to come down to, are these new players in their first match going to be able to lock it down, get it going, and really support these really good tank players on both teams. So I don't know. I think it'll be a really, really fun match to watch for sure.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of competition, especially between Bonesy and Akua, kind of two of the highest ranked players in the entire league, and it shows that they have the mechanics and the game sense to be able to almost even solo carry their teams through these. So I think it's going to be exciting to watch too.
Just like, do you know who Badicus Bench is? I don't know.
I remember
what player
someone
that is.
saying
TMI or
Tomer.
Yeah.
Okay, TM. Okay, cool. I recognized every other name except that one, so I just wanted to make
I remember
sure.
asking the same thing.
And we're going in Oasis.
Yeah, we got Gardens.
It appears so. So normally, most people like to run that rush comp, right? Take that high ground. Though, Ball has also been seeing quite a lot of play on this map. I think if the Hamsters come out on not Ball, I would be shocked, and it's gonna be a mirror matchup. It looks like.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Not at all, actually. Only the Ball is the same. A very different approach to this comp coming in. Now, Penguino switching to the Soldier, and the Cassidy will be matched, but
Yeah, I think they're both prepping for each other's balls because they know they both want to run it.
Yeah. I like the Tracer better here because now they have support with that ball. When Bonesy goes in, the Tracer can also go in, try to punish, maybe bait out the Brig stun. But here we go.
Both teams going through hookah, looking to take high ground. See the Hamsters are here first, contested by the Tracer Corey. And Penguino Man forces recall. Their own slime coming in from the Cantaloupes as Centurion takes out Penguino Man. And the Cantaloupes will look to take a rush here.
That is Bonzi out first, but Penguino also getting cut. So this will be... but again, on the legs, getting back fast. And Scent is just finding these picks.
Yeah, but Machine going down is actually crazy here because the Cantaloupes are going to be able to run in here, I think, with their ball. And as you see, they have crazy point control right now. The Diva has to fly on high ground, gets flashed out, but Centurion gets taken out by Fedora. And the Diva gets DMAC now by the... Who is that? By Rect. And there's a pulse onto Flip Flop by Corey. Huge pulse bomb, sailing out this last support of the Hamsters. And you'll see as Corey gets 3 or 4 picks to be able to cap first here.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that playstyle coming down to... I mean, I like the Brig. I like this. I think both are very solid picks, and again, I think just having that Tracer in their face, engaging on the backline with Bonesy, was able to just get that pick, make Red have to move around, change being in that group format, and now Blue Team has this Sigma. They're able to just pelt in damage off this high ground. That's something that you hate to go against.
Flash and missing by Sen. Shifty Fish coming out with the Flux onto 2. Window comes down, slammed by Bonesy. There's a lot of damage coming out. Penguino Man goes down, but he trades with Neopalidus from Caber. As there's a nano ball rolling around the point into this Matrix. Mines go up top to deny the high ground. And there's looking for a solo cap attempt here as the red team's looking to get another footing. Lamp's forced. Baptiste go low. Does he make it out? He does, and Centurion takes out Fedora again. As Caber comes back in to try and harass the Baptiste some more, as there's some respawns coming in. You see another mines coming out from Bonesy, as only 1% high ground for the blue team. Point control in their favor right now. Machine takes out a Shifty though, and Corey's taken out by Akua.
And I think you're feeling pretty good of your red team here. Though granted, Shifty already almost back to another Flux, and the fight's still not over. A long fight for blue team, and they're just maintaining this point progress.
They did force. You thought they forced a lot of ults,
They did, but they got them all back.
Yeah,
the only one that's not close yet is Bonesy and Window, who both got popped and are still fairly low. But Pulse Bomb was out that fight. Flux was out that fight. Both almost back. The red team now having quite a lot to work with.
And you see as the High Noon comes out from the cast, there's a slam
and
to
a
shield
big
block by
anti-nade.
The hole from blue team tries to roll in here. They're looking at the tanks here as Fedora and Akua get opening picks here, and they're going to look to run it down on the rest of the blue team as they force them out of the point.
Bonesy in trouble.
Nice ball.
Gets out, yeah. And that was only an ult committed by Fedora there. So, I mean, blue team got what they wanted. They have Flux back, right? They'll have mines. And they do get out an ult, but now MJ also has his own mines to contest this a little bit here. And
Bonesy forces Flash, another mines on high ground as you see Shifty coming up on high ground. Flux is used. It's going to get 2. Fedora's in there. There's another trans forced, and there's purples all around looking for some picks from the red team, and blue team just cleans everything up. There's nothing really left for them to do besides cap the point.
Some good, good hold though. 70%. They only used 2 ults.
Blue team did use everything, yeah.
And blue team used all 6, right?
Well,
so,
yeah, 5. The window's coming up.
Or 5,
here,
yeah.
I think the rally by Basheen is going to be able to just enable red to just completely steamroll over this point.
Yeah, and I mean, while Sigma's so good on that high ground, right? That you have the soldier ult. So you just knock that Sigma off, you get the soldier ult going, and, well, they ult the ball.
Caber takes out Neopalidus, huge opening pick here as the window from blue team doesn't get much value. Oh, big slam by Caber, forcing him off high ground. Akua's forcing out the Baptiste and the Kree as Bonesy gets his own slam as there's 3 knocked up, and it's even right now. Fedora takes an opening of Corey, and Akua takes out Red Cactus, and it looks like the Hamsters are looking to take the point back one more time. Oh, maybe it's not over. Bonesi's still getting kills. Oh my god.
It's not over yet.
Oh,
Bonesy is still just being a menace on this point.
he's willing his team into this. As Akua's gonna get demec'd here. Caber might have a slam into the self-destruct though. Oh, recall.
No.
Maybe he was taken out. There's no remech. As there's a nice nade onto Bonesy. Maybe he gets flashed.
Oh, Red is coming back. Red is here. They're up right now. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Pusheen just got cut.
Lamp is forced. There's a nano cast coming out. Shifty slept. High noon.
Oh, and there's the
Flashbang.
trans.
Trans by Neo Paladus, though, I think is going to put blue team in a really good spot to close this fight, as no damage is coming out onto blue team here, as Fedora and Caber go down. Akua's demec'd once again, and Penguino Man's knocked up, discorded dead, and Akua's the last one to go. And yeah, there you go.
That was a very neck and neck first map, though. We saw
the
two
first
different
two fights
approaches.
were just very back and forth.
What I want to see, even though the Cantaloupes did end up winning out that first map, I want to see a full commit to that dive. While Sigma's really good on that high ground, pelting in that far damage, I would much rather see a Diva or something. Well, not on this map, of course, because now it looks like they're just going for the rush, which, kind of the normal look on this map. But I think, if Bonesy didn't have that kind of backpack moment,
Hero play,
I would like to see Shifty going on to that Diva or even like a Winston or something, just being with Bonesy and Corey in that backline, just trying to kill Jamie and Fedora while they're kind of far away from the rest of their team.
Twice. Is he gonna go down earlier? He's dead. Red team has a huge advantage here as Bonesy goes down and Corey's getting frozen. He gets out. Look at Red team take left side here. A lot better positioning as they have the slightly higher ground. The Centurion taking a lot of damage. Wall's forced. Lamp's forced as well. Red team's in a crazy spot right now to open this fight up as Shifty goes down.
That's crazy.
Corey's probably about to. There he goes. Bonesy's back though. Maybe there's a chance.
I mean, I don't know. This is where you want to see Bonesy switch, right? I think it was definitely interesting that they came out on the Rhine ball. Of course, not usually the most common look on University. But you know that Red still has that Brigette. You know that Red has May and a Cassidy, right? If you roll into their backline, you're just in trouble. Of course, Shifty and MJ both have shatters here. I think this shatter right here is going to set up the rest of the fight.
Huge slam by Bones. He has an even equally bigger shatter. Jamie's going to get taken down here. It would look like. Oh no, she stays alive in the lamp. As another shatter comes up from Caber. And it's even right now. One gone from each. Canyon's canceled for a reload as Fedora takes out Bonesy. Caber takes out Corey. Centurion's about to go down here.
Trouble.
Flips down. And there's only the supports left for blue as they're forced out.
If they can find a pick on the Baptiste here or a Lucio, that's massive. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but either way, that's only a shatter and window committed for blue team, and red team only used noon and shatter themselves. So red team building up to this blizzard, and
Here
that's going to be
once again. The big mind's on point. The blade coming out from Corey, the funny Genji character. He gets one, lamps down.
Oh, the bomb went in the hole. No!
Corey gets two in the back as he's looking for a third on the flip-flop as blue takes out the rest of the point.
And man, it's such a shame that Akua's so good at basketball because he just three-pointed that straight into the pit.
I did see a bomb, and I was wondering what happened to it. Did it actually landed on Mecha?
It just dropped straight in.
Cash money, I guess. Once he's sneaking on the staircase, he's probably going to look to move Caber forward. And there it goes, there's a big opening for the slam.
Wall.
Blizzard comes out though by blue team as it freezes two, forces rally. Blue's gonna look to counter engage here as there's Pachine taking a lot of damage in the front line. And it looks like they were able to just force him out on a soft fight here. Oh, it's still going. Bonesy slams up the main.
Penguino in trouble. Commits the blizzard and they're catching Shifty. Out. That's a huge pick.
Shifty's dead. Big window equally walled. Bonesy slams three in the back. He goes down to high noon though. There's no follow from blue team on that as they're gonna like to push point here.
Just able to push, yeah.
Fight progresses. Red takes
I think blue again. They need to just. I think they're playing very separated, and I mean, of course, you have the ball, right? So, the wall shattered.
Wall for Penguino Man ruins Shifty shatters. He gets flashed and dead. Akua cleans up two though. A bomb in the back line. Dead zero as Red looks to hold their position here.
But he
Maybe
pistols down.
Neopalagus goes
He
down.
pistols down
Bonesy slam.
Shifty.
You see Cass on the right side looking to pelt down the ball, but Red team looks like they're at a little more of an advantage here with their Rhine still alive. Bonesy wants more
Still
still,
big
though.
shatter. Both tanks and Genji. It's only the tanks and DPS here for blue, but they can make it happen. Forces out both Mei abilities by Connor there. So
Lua looks to get a nice setup here from Bonesy. Hopefully you won't
they
get stunned
do
four
have
times and instantly
Blade.
die. They do have
but
Blade,
they
though.
have Blade. Well, they'll have Blizzard as well. They have but I don't know. The ult economy is just looking really good for the Hamsters right now.
Zoning high noon from Fedora. Shatter comes up, making
huge shatter.
Zero follow-up as Corey and Bonesy come in. He's able to
But I
take
think
out the
it's
cast.
and Akua eats the
Blizzard's
Blizzard.
eaten by Akua, but
But it doesn't matter.
seem to matter. Corey kills 4 as they clean up the Mei as
And
well.
I think Akua just needs to
Diva-
die fast. He needs to
Yeah.
hope he gets killed here. Oh no!
You know, when you're playing
Don't
Genji
do
with
it
no
to
boost,
Randy.
when you're playing Genji with no boost into a break bat and Cass, you're not really expecting to get much with your blade, but Corey managing to defy all odds and clean up 3 as they try to look to stall this push out, and Fedora Master
So-
goes down early. Big zoning mines coming out. Lots to
Blizzard
run through it to
comes out,
touch.
but it's there. I don't think there's a touch.
Machine makes it to
Oh.
point, swapping to Lucio. He goes down. Akua's gonna have a touch here with Jets as well.
Flip
They're gonna
flop
have to get a
blinds
pick to
too.
equalize this.
It's definitely winnable.
Bonesy slam, wall comes down from Penguino separating the fight. Bonesy's there though, causing havoc. Window comes out by Ret Cactus. This maze just spraying everywhere.
Oh.
Shifty shatters Fedora down to deny any contest. Beat comes down to seal it. Another touch by the Lucio, but that's definitely the last one, as the Cantaloupes will take Oasis 2-0.
And even though it was a 2-0, both maps ended up in the 90s for each side there. That really could have gone either way. I'm excited to see this upcoming games because, you know, Oasis is kind of a map, you know, I expected personally. I thought the Hamsters were going to win, okay? It's favored for the ball. You know, MJ isn't a slouch on the Rhine, right? They could still go in with the Rhine. So I'm just kind of interested to see how this goes, because while it was neck and neck, you know, you really can't see either team really making that next step to the win. Realistically, with that win for the Cantaloupes on that first map, I think a lot of credit just has to go to Bonesy there. He was being a menace in those backlines. He was finding the picks with the mines. I want to see the Cantaloupes rallying around that a little bit stronger, playing towards their strength of just Bonesy, right? And I want to see the Hamsters really trying to shut that down, or going in for that backline to maybe punish, you know, that separateness that the blue team has.
Well, I don't think we can put all the credit to Bonesy. Corey managed to get 3 there with no boost, starting the blade with 120 health. You'd have to think there was some sort of comms mistake by the Hamsters shouldn't be able to get that off, because he just cut through 3 with relative ease. And I think that if the Hamsters want to cement themselves here, I think they need to focus more on their own backline, since their front line isn't being pressured as much with Bonesy being on the ball. So I think that the core of Fedora, Flip-Flop, and Pusheen in that backline really need to just cement themselves and stay together and not let themselves get knocked around as easily, and try to stun out the slams with the flashbangs and whip shot it away, and just make sure they're being really cognizant of where Bonesy is at all times.
Yeah. And of course,
Corey.
like you said, of course, I mean, Corey, I mean, just absolutely gaming that round. And that's what I liked, right? I think Corey and Bonesy were definitely playing very well together. I want to see the rest of the team also going in on that, right? Because especially the Tracer ball and the Genji ball, they were both just in there the whole time. So maybe I gave a little bit too much credit to Bonesy, and maybe I'll take a little bit credit back and share with Corey. I want to see the rest of the team enforcing that, right? That's why I liked the Zen with that, because they were putting those orbs in, allowing that to happen. They had the Sigma to help just protect the team that wasn't there, right? I want to see, you know, maybe even a Pharah Mercy, right? Sent his no slouch on the Pharah. He's very well known for the Pharah. I want to see him in the air with the Mercy, and maybe honestly just like a Zen or something with the D.Va, and they just full commit with that kind of scum dive, right? I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe it's not realistic, but
There's always the option for the Akua Hawk to shut some of that down.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a very scary team to do that into. So,
But I will give the Cantaloupes credit that if they do play fast enough, they do seem like they are a little bit quicker to rotate, quicker to get the jump on with their callouts and their prio, especially with Bonesy leading it. I think that if the Hamsters probably need to get some more macro play, like as a unit, to be able to deny the value they're getting, because right now it's undeniable, and I think it's going to cause a problem for them if it's not dealt with.
well, I actually I have to disagree. I think I don't know how vocal Bonesy is. I've never had the pleasure of playing with him, but I think the Hamsters are a very vocal team. I mean, I know for sure. I mean, Flip Flop, my captain last year, very vocal. Will tell you, what is happening, right? MJ, also captain of the Sixers, also very vocal. And then Connor and Akua, both respectively, will make those calls to help their team. So my question is, and that's where I think we kind of saw that disconnect, right? The Hamsters were kind of always playing together. And that's where we kind of saw that Blue kind of shifted around the map a little bit versus the Hamsters being in that clump, being in that group. And that's why it's kind of crazy that Bonesy and Corey did as well as they did, right?
I think as the match got on for that university round, though, I think you can definitely see the spacing between the back line and the front line grew a little bit. And I think that's what enabled that last fight to go so heavily in the favor of the Cantaloupes, as there was like no one from the front lines to be able to help out with the Genji or the ball slam, and it just led to the three piece. While, to be fair, the core from the Cantaloupes did manage themselves in the front line, even though the Blizzard got eaten by Akua. So maybe we need to also just be giving credit to the rest of the Cantaloupes as well. Red Cactus and Shifty Fish holding down the front line core.
I will say though, now I'm a little intrigued by the Eichenwald pick, because now we're gonna see what I think is kind of the secondary comp for the Hamsters. We have LOL, lots of love, coming in for Reinhardt. He's kind of a Reinhardt specialist, I think, on the team, and Cool Slime again on that Lucio. So I think, of course, now they are putting Akua on DPS, so he's making the move from the tank to DPS, which I mean, that's terrifying to go against. But I think with this look, I feel like they have to be playing a Reinhardt comp, and there we see it.
Yeah, with LOL 24/7, aka Carson being in. I know him very well. Very known for his Reinhardt. A little bit of Monkey spritzed in there, but I don't know what you'd be taking first with if not a Ryan if you're subbing him in. So they're looking to play a pharmacy kind of rush comp, kind of brawl with, and the blue team looks like they're going to be for a very awkward looking comp, if I do say so myself.
And now I'm a little interested because now Cool Slime's coming out on the Baptiste and they're prioritizing the Pharah Mercy on top. I feel like that's going to be. Of course, Corey has the Kerbology pocket here, so they do have a lot of threat on that air, and I feel like you kind of need the Lucio, especially on Eichenwald, to just get through this choke, collapse on this on Shifty Sigma here, and just get through on the team. Meanwhile, Bonesy is coming in with an interesting approach.
Wait, where is he?
Oh, but gets scouted by Fedora.
Is he out? Yeah, he's out.
He's out, yeah.
Akua's looking to get big damage. Corey gets taken out super early. Lamp is still forced to go for the res. Kerbology's going to take a lot of damage from that. As Akua takes out the Lamp, the res goes off. And we're back to a little bit of a stalemate here as red team rotates around. Corey takes out Akua. Are they going to get the mirrored res off? Yes, they do. Centurion looks to push up on red team here. Forced out by Caber as red team advances. Bonesy trying to deny it. As Centurion takes out LOL and Caber. Shifty gets Fedora. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty good hold for blue. They got a lot off the clock on that fight, almost an entire minute, without having to lose anyone on a respawn timer or any. Oh wait.
And that was
there's
a
TP.
really good fight for blue.
Yeah, look at their ult charge compared to red teams.
And I think a lot of that really strong positioning by Shifty and Centurion there. The Symmetra's able to just find value against this Reinhardt who doesn't have that Lucio, right? They're just constantly backing up, kiting that Reinhardt, being a nuisance.
What comes up from Shifty? It's a 4-man.
Oh my gosh,
comes up
what
by
a
Akua to counter.
flux.
Simwall goes down in the middle of the lamp. Bob comes out as well.
And it's
from
just
Blue Team
everyone is
investing
ulting.
ult. Press Q, quick! No one's died yet. Oh, Shifty takes out Fedora as I say that. Centurion looking to get the blue beam of death into the core of the red team here as Bonesy rolls through. Corey gets Cool Slime as well. Centurion D-Max Caber. Akua reigns in a little bit of damage, but it's going to have to be a reset as Caber's struggling to get killed to get back in mech. And we'll see another about 1 minute fight by the Cantaloupes to deny the cap by the Hamsters.
And now you have Mines and Valkyrie to test the next two pushes. You know Akua doesn't have Barrage. You know Flip Flop doesn't have Valkyrie. You doubt that LOL has Shatter, right? He's been having to be kited around the whole time. You feel kind of bad for them, but you know, it's symmetric gaming going on.
Yeah. Well, the mines from Bonesy help, but this is going to have to be a quick fight from red team as Akua's looking to rain some damage in, but ultimately he's not going to be able to get a pick as Corey and Sim are both harassing him.
I think the Hamsters need to change something. I don't think they can keep going on the Rhine into this comp. I want to see them go probably dive.
Yeah,
they need to go monkey Zarya or monkey ball. Honestly, monkey ball. If they put LOL on the monkey, Cabra on the ball, they can kind of break through these.
Still got a kill. Curveball is able to res Corey as Bonesy gets a 3-man slam. Window comes out from red team as they're pushing the point.
Ooh, big slam finds that's huge value.
As it's even right now, 2-2, 4v4. Akua's looking to rain some damage onto the supports right now as Flip Flop comes in for the res. It's cancelled as
Bonesy
gets a
finding
slam,
the supports
down on point. Red Cactus with the window, but Akua's looking to take him out. His barrage comes out. It's 1, 2. And he's not killed for it as Bonesy gets Cool Slime instead. Akua getting 3 this fight. Diva Bomb comes out as well. Nothing. Bob down.
The Diva Bomb knocked the bomb into Akua.
We're going to see if Blue Team's able to hold on here as the members from Red Team are respawning. And it looks like it's a 4v2 scenario right now. Shifty struggling to stay alive. Bonesy's in the back. Bonesy's taken out and Akua takes out Shifty. And it's going to be a almost last second cap by the Hamsters. As soon as they deal with... Why did it say contesting right there?
I think they Corey went on Tracer and recalled.
Okay.
I'm not sure. That might have been what it was.
Yeah, I think he went over high ground or something. Yeah. And Akua is onto Echo now instead of
they do swap to the monkey pick, which is what we wanted to see. But now it's too late, right? They're already switching up the comp. Corey now on Tracer, sent on the Soldier, right? I mean, monkey's still good against this comp. I'm not disagreeing, but. I mean, you got that fight win. It took a lot out from you, and now you're trying to dive in this high ground against a Sigma.
He's able to flux the BAP and the cast. Cool Slime goes down, and Blue Team's gonna look to take out LOL and push on to point here. I'd imagine as the rain damage comes down onto Caber. Bonesy with a big slam on the way. Fedora and Diva knocked up as Fedora's taken out. Bonesy takes out Flip Flop. It's gonna have to be a reset here by the red team. They've lost too many.
Oh, and please just kill MJ. Put him out of his misery.
Poor guy.
I feel bad for he does not like the Diva character. And
is he in Diva jail right now?
He's in Diva jail right now would be my guess.
I mean, they could put him on ball. Like, there's double hit scan anyway if you're not going to be eating too many important things, I don't think.
The problem now is that I think Corey already kind of predicted that look right now, switching to the Cassidy. And that's why.
Corey gets too super early here. Oh, Blue Team putting both their DPS ults in here, get it 3, as Flip Flop invests the Valkyrie, and they're not going to be able to get anything with it as everyone's already dead. Why is this fight still happening? Oh my, there's a Valkyrie forced by the Blue Team?
I think Kerr might have thought the fight was still going after hearing the... I think Flip Flop might be switching, yeah. Yeah,
they're looking to take an Ana here.
Yeah.
They might be able to build a Nano.
They will. They'll have a Nano before the game ends. That was the one thing I was a little curious about, right? Cool Slime comes in as the Lucio console player, right? I was a little interested why they were having the Cool Slime Baptiste with the Flip Flop Mercy, right? I would have thought it might have been the other way around, but or like a Lucio with the Rhine, like we were talking about. But Fedora does find Curb with his thing, but then quickly gets sent back to spawn by Wrecked Cactus.
Blue is up one right now in this fight. It looks like they're going to get another one too. So there could be a big hiding by Corey, shut down by Caver and Nakua though.
And this is looking good for the Hamsters until the window comes down.
He gets Red Cactus here, could be big. Oh, he's shut down through the window. Yeah, red team's gonna have to start ignoring this high ground and just get point presence. As the bomb's invested on top, he gets the remech off at least. Bonesy's in the back harassing the respawn. Centurion's kind of uncontested on top right now. And Bonesy rolls through the core as a big flux comes out from Shifty. It's 2. Bap and Hanzo go down as the wall trades for Centurion, but there's already 3 kills out by the Cantaloupes. 4 now 5 now. Red Cactus doing absolutely God's work on the final blows right now. That's a healer character, by the way.
Yeah, well, I think people forget, right? Red Cactus is a DPS player. He's well, granted, I should just say Red Cactus is a flex player. I think he's diamond in all of his roles, all around the same 3,000, 3,100-ish. Of course, last season we got to see him on Tracer and Cassidy a lot, and I think he's really bringing that threat potential here as being the flex support. You know, when he was drafting his team, obviously he's the captain here for the Cantaloupes. He was originally planning to draft around with him on DPS, but I kind of like what he's doing by putting himself on the flex support, because you know you can look at his healing. He has a lot of healing, and his damage is a big threat as well. So
an irrelevant amount, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm liking what I'm seeing by the Cantaloupes. Definitely a much better showing from them than last week. Granted, second week, you're now more comfortable, and this is normally I think where you're starting to see maybe some of those first week teams that might have had a rough week really come back, right? And I think we're seeing it this time.
I wonder whose team had a rough week 1, and then won the second week. Yeah, that's crazy. What do we got here? We got red team Akua, the Akua Junkrat. The silly Akua, if you will. As Centurion looks to match what the Hamsters did on the Pharmacy here. And it's almost exactly what you predicted here, I think, with the Bonesy still on ball, Centurion on the Pharah, and Corey on an off DPS. But
yeah,
Tracer.
I'm liking this, right? I think it's very smart decision making by the Cantaloupes.
And there's a hurley pick onto Ryan. Bonesy knocks him in. And there's a lamp force as well. Corey's at Ghost Line. This is already a wash, I think. Yeah.
Menaces in that.
Just playing way too quick for the Hamsters to be able to deal with right now.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like I said, I think it's very smart playing by the Cantaloupes, right? You see LOL come in, you see Cool Slime coming in, you kind of know that they're going to be playing the Rhine comps, right? So what beats a Rhine comp? You beat a Rhine comp by running Symmetra, by running Pharmacy, and by just rushing past into that squishy backline, right? Or just poking them out, which is also why they have the Sigma Hanzo. So,
I can get anyone? No,
I think it's just a little tough, and we're gonna have to see some hero plays coming out by the Hamsters. And if anyone could do it, it's definitely a lot of that Hamster lineup, all very cracked at the sticks.
Well, there is no cart pressure right now. It's finally get the contested as the cart's coming up to the corner. Bonesy's purple low as Fedora takes out 2. Lol takes out Scent, and yeah, the red team finally gets some footing here. But
that was a clean fight.
Well, but look how close the point is, though. That's one eye for gore away from a win for the Cantaloupes.
And you're facing down 5 ults, right? I mean, I want to see a big Nano Winston just absolutely decimate that backline right now.
Oh, and looks like we might have something like that as Caver gets a bomb out into the main. There's a big mines in the backline to slam. Bonesy slept, though. No kills coming out by him as there's rain from Centurion coming in. The lamp's forced by the red team as the blue team are looking to look at attacking cart. Primal's forced, pushing out the members of the blue team. Up 2 right now, up 3 due to the work of Fedora Master. And again, red team looks like they're able to hold on.
Now they have that. Now they do have that ult cycling, right? I think now Hamsters are finding their groove. This was something that they were doing really well in that first game. They're able to use the right enough number of ultimates to win the fight, and then they still have more for the next one, right? I think what we've been seeing a little bit too from the Cantaloupes, while they are playing very smart, we're seeing a lot of small mistakes with ult timings, right? We're seeing maybe a few committed into a losing fight.
Like that flux as a visor comes out by Akua. Also gets 0. Fedora takes out Herbology's Valkyrie, and red team looking again to force out blue team with just 1 or 2 ults.
Yeah, so now...
Oh, well maybe this
ults,
one was a little extra.
And there was a little extra as I was complimenting them. It's okay, I'm still going to compliment them about crit ult usage. But again, see, now you have Nano coming up, right? You would have had Window, but that's okay. But now, blue team has no ults, right? You just got 2 for 2, essentially, well, 2 for 3, but, it's okay. And now you have that Nano engaged again on the Monkey, right?
As a Nano engage, you see Lol coming in onto the Hanzo here, forces him out. Bubbles coming low, the Lamp's forced by blue team as well, as Shifty is pushing the red team's high ground right now. And Nano comes out onto Lol as he pushes the core, getting damage off on the core.
Shifty and Bonesy are both kind of being ignored in the backline.
Yeah, as a trade comes out onto a Hanzo and a Baptiste respectively. Rez comes out by the blue team though, as a Doomfist comes in. He misses the slam though, and Bones is able to get flip-flop. Akua also takes out Centurion, and red team fighting for their lives right now to be able to deny them one last time. And it looks like they're going to be in position to do it as they're very split. Bonesy is coming back though. There's no healers, but the Baptiste is back from the red team as the lamp comes out.
I want to see blue team right now back up.
Well, that's the opposite of what's happening. Window and still coming out. Bombs answer though. Lol goes into the core once again. A big nade onto the blue team as Herbology goes down. Meteor strike by Akua gets 0. Centurion's coming out with the visor. 3 kills in a row by the blue team here. And it looks like they're gonna get this cap as well.
Well, Gabber's still there. I've seen Gabber win these.
Oh.
And that's a fairly decisive map win for the Cantaloupes there.
Yeah, as much as you want to root for the Hamsters there's just not enough time on the clock for where their card got pushed to.
I mean, again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a map 5. I think Hybrid is definitely one of the toughest maps for what the Hamsters want to run. I think also Hybrid is a very good map for what the Cantaloupes want to run. But I mean, I don't know. I could see this going to a map 5 realistically.
I do agree with you, because I do think that what the Cantaloupes were doing were very exploitable by the Hamsters. I just don't think that they took the right approach, as they just tried to jump up from cart to high ground, not having any mobility to follow up, instead of maybe just walking it through castle and having a lot better of an engage angle, forcing them to maybe spread out to not get all jumped on at the same time. And you see as their cart progress only made it about, was it 20 meters from the door onto that corner, and they not able to stop on defense as a result.
And I think again, we do see Tomer coming in for the Cantaloupes, as well as Neo coming back in for the Cantaloupes. So I've never seen Tomer play. Neo was on the Zenyatta that I enjoyed quite a bit on that first map. A little bit interesting that they're making these changes before the map has been decided. So maybe they already have an idea of what they want to play. I mean,
well, what
guess
map type is next? It's
up next is Escort.
I feel like Escort you can pretty comfortably run. Well, they didn't have Bonesy out at. Oh no, Bonesy's still there. I lied. Yeah, you're pretty much running. You can run any ball comp you want on all the Escort maps, right? Yeah, like what Dorado, Route 66, Rialto, Havana. I don't see any place where ball's bad on Escorts, so I feel like they have a pretty good idea of what they're gonna run here. Yeah, like as you said. The question is what the Hamsters are going to take, because they need to find something they can win on and get some momentum in the process, being able to try and reverse sweep.
I think you can't run the Rhine anymore. I think we saw them trying to make it work for too long in Eichenwald. I think that ultimately led to them losing that map, right? I think that... I mean, I think it would have worked on paper, but I think when put into practice, especially against the Cantaloupes who were playing just kind of all around it, they kind of knew it was going to happen. I think they needed to make that swap early, and that's why we saw such a good performance by them on defense, right? When they swapped that up, when they went the Monkey and they went the Diva, right? They held for pretty long, especially after they lost that first point so quickly. That was a really solid second point hold, even though the Cantaloupes only had to go around that corner, right? So I think what the Hamsters need to do is I think they need to be more solid in their recognizing when something isn't working, changing it up, and making the Cantaloupes kind of play on their toes a little bit, right? Because I mean, there's so many smart players on both teams, right? And I think they're really, and we are going to Rialto, which is a Reinhardt map.
You'd
So
think. I think Bonesy's gonna prove you wrong.
well, I mean, Bonesy is just proving everybody wrong, right? We do see LOL MJ come out, right? So I think they are going for that full Rhine.
It would look like it. Yeah, there's LOL still in the tank lineup there.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the Hamsters are gonna have to really start thinking about less of maybe what they're gonna play and maybe how to beat the Cantaloupes instead. Because, like you said, like it took them however long to swap to the monkey, and that maybe they were thinking of just, oh yeah, we'll play Ryan here instead of thinking how do we not lose to what the Cantaloupes are going to run, as you know, Ryan's so easily manipulatable by a Symmetra and a Wrecking Ball takes, and they didn't swap for, what was it, 3 until they capped?
Yeah.
So I do think that monkey would have done exquisitely, if I would say, into the Symmetra Sigma, and obviously it's pressured a lot less by the Wrecking Ball. So maybe we'll see a little bit more of a smarter comp selections by them. But like you said, they do pick a quote-unquote Reinhardt map with LOL in the tank lineup. So maybe they're
and they are switching the lineup now. The Cantaloupes did put Kerbology back in. So I think that means we're going to see some more Pharmacy or Ash Mercy. Ash pretty good on Rialto, as well as Pharah. So we'll see how that
who gets the pocket.
Who gets the pocket.
If it's gonna be Corey's Ash or Sensfara.
Well, I think it comes down to what Bonesy plays, right? If Bonesy's still on the ball, I think we see Corey go on that Tracer. We see Corey go on that Genji, right? As they showed us with that kind of just raw girth and tonnage on that first map. If we're seeing the Rhine mirror, because I think they're expecting them to come out on Rhine again, right?
I don't think you expect them to play anything else.
Which team is attack and which is defense?
I wish I
red
could tell
team
you
is
that.
defend, right? I think blue team is attack.
Is there an easy way to tell this? Before the 2 seconds
when they
runs out?
spawn.
Oh
no, it's blue team defend. Okay. So they are coming in on the ball, and they do have the Pharah. So
yeah, I think if you are blue team, there's no reason for them to not be picking ball still. He is just absolutely tearing through them with the follow up he's receiving, and he's really just facilitating the entire push.
We do see the Cassidy and Brig by red team because they kind of know it's coming, right?
And Sigma, I think, they're just looking to load up on stunts here to maybe deny Bonesy value before he can get it, so they have a little more of a chance to grab their footing.
We do see Corey lock the Soldier, which, again, I like that pick, right? You're gonna be that kind of peppering with the Sigma on the high ground, letting the Pharmacy do their thing. But again, I feel like they could just. That's a fast pick off on Pinguino.
I think they're gonna pretend like it didn't happen and just kind of proceed as normally here. Bones is gonna have a slam here in a sec though, on this corner. As Sent keeps pelting down rockets into red team's core. They don't know Bones is here still. He's flashed out though. Is he gonna get a slam off cart? Yes, he is. 2 on there. LOL's taken out by it, and Bonesy gets out scot-free. And we'll see red team try to pretend like that didn't happen as well. They're still looking to keep position here for some reason instead of just maybe resetting. They're gonna play into Ball and Fair's playstyle here, as they're trying to hold their position without the Rhine. Finally comes back, and not too much damage is taken. Sent 70 to Barrage.
I want to see the Rhine swap now, right? I want to see the Lucio switch over back to the Brig. I want to see the Rhine switch. I don't know. I don't even know what you would do against this comp.
You don't know what you can do. Bonesy actually gets punished for that slam though. No follow-up. Fedora also is able to take out Sent.
Curb with the res. Does get it on Sent, but gets the pick, and it's kind of... finds flip-flop, but quickly
the path being dead here might allow for a recontest if the
I don't think
Sigma.
so.
I don't know if Corey can stay alive. They got the nade off. And Corey's committing to the back on his Nano Visor here as the slime comes up from Bonesy. He's able to go two very quickly, and just
and
like
I was
that.
proven wrong.
I don't think he can count out the Cantaloupes just by Bonesy being down. There's a lot.
Yeah.
They are doing a lot even when he's getting a little silly on his slam attempts, but yeah, a great clutch Nano Visor coming out by the Cantaloupes to hold off the red team right at the doorway there.
And we see Corey switch to the Doom, which I think, again,
yeah, heartbreaker. I think they need a diva, man. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
As seen here by the 3K that he just grabbed up, and Corey comes up to finish the job.
Yeah, and now you're close to Shatter, you're close to all these ults, you don't want to switch.
Do the Hamsters know what the character Sombra is by chance?
Well, like, why, you can't, they weren't on the Doom yet, right?
Well,
I
but like,
mean,
regardless, there's a Pharah ball running at you.
I think this is just a really tough comp to play around. A full, like...
Very true.
A special tough part about this is that the Cantaloupes are playing them all well, right? Like, it's not like the Hamsters are playing poorly or, getting just comp diffed, right? I think the Cantaloupes have really just shown up this week. They did not want to lose, and I think it's just I think LOL should just slam the Sigma right now, find these picks, and then swap.
Well, red team actually might have a decent shot this fight. If that Mercy goes down, yeah, the Nano comes out onto Corey though, as it looks like it's a 3-for-3 fight right now as Corey and Bonesy look to finish off this back line. Are they going to be able to get with it? Yes, they are. I think Corey killed 2 with the same hand cannon shot. And last one, fish me. There you go. I will agree with what you said earlier.
I wonder if they go just lock the Hog. I like Hog here. Honestly, I like Hog here.
Akua, you can do more.
I think Akua could do it. I like, just pick Scent out of the air.
Oh, is he gonna do a funny E over?
I don't think
Come
so.
on, Corey.
Oh no, the disrespect.
Literally that much. P comes up by Machine as they're looking to grab a touch here. Fedora takes out Corey super early. Machine's able to grab the touch. Bonesy and Shifty looking to take her out as Centurion's raining down damage onto the backline here. Flashback and Rock come out onto
Do they get the... No, the Ana gets out.
Ana is dead and Centurion's down. Red team do have a very good chance of capping this here. As the only one alive is Corey's back on the respawn and Shifty's here.
Corey and Bonesy and the Ana is still alive. Someone needs to go kill that Ana.
Corey's in alone right now. Bones is here to save the day though. Corey's still kiting the entire red team right now. They have the captors now, right?
No, I don't know. Bonesy finds 2. And all of blue team is back and get rezzed.
Right? Oh my god. Nano comes out onto Bonesy as well. Akua takes out Scent, but Lul's purple, low HP. Bonesy takes him out. Akua is also very low. The last one left, Linguino Man and Flip Flop looking to grab whatever card they can. And it doesn't look like they'll be able to do it. You're really feeling for them right now.
Man, as a Reinhardt player, I feel for LOL. I would be so frustrated playing into this comp. I would just be saying GG, go next. That's so tough. That is so tough. I mean, I don't know what you do here. Like, I think there's definitely a chance. It's not over, right? It's definitely winnable.
No. That's at the end there. That's basically the whole cap.
I think it's just reiterating. Hamsters need to just start making changes. They need to stop trying to force things until they work, and instead trying different things to find the one that works, right? We saw Corey making the changes. We saw
I think Baticus as well, right?
Yeah, I think Tomer also switched around. There wasn't... I think the only person who changed their character on the Hamsters was Flip Flop, and that was to go Moira at the end.
And Pachine to Lucio.
Well, yeah, but that was before they came out.
Oh, yeah, they definitely started on this show. Yes, my apologies.
No, it's all right. Like, again, they're all really good players, right? And full credit to both teams for really showing up. But I think the Cantaloupes are just kind of taking advantage of the stubbornness of the Hamsters, right?
Yeah, they're not really using the resources provided by them to be able to deal with it. Like Diva and I'm gonna probably say it again until the rest of this match is over, but Diva and Sombra probably can have a much more impact into that game than, oh my god, Fedora's taken out right away by Corey. As he's looking to also get flip-flop, as Bonesy and Centurion are in the back line, making a mess already within 20 seconds of the round start. There's already 4 members dead of the red team.
And that's where we saw, right? We saw Sent and Bonesy this time. Corey, instead of just getting that first initial pick, Sent and Bonesy just went in together, said, no, you guys are going to die here. Picked off 4 in the first 2 minutes of the game, or 2 minutes, right, obviously. The first 20 seconds of the map.
Yeah, 1 damage boosted direct and 1 ball fireball, and that's a squishy dead.
And now we see the Hamsters switching,
oh,
right?
hey, look, they swapped.
I feel like I don't know. They have a contest. It's winnable. I think you need to kill this auto.
I think this fight's going in their favor. It has to, right? They're in such a better position. Law's antied half HP, though. Centurion does take out
But you have to be aware of Sent in the backline, who is about to have a barrage.
Can't tell what is it. It's 1-1 right now? There we go.
Yeah.
As Baticus is demecking Akua. Red team seems like they have their footing here. Bonesy's back, though. Stunned out, gets a nano. Minefield's coming down into the bubble. And why is... I really thought there's going to be more red team people dead. Oh, here it comes. This Centurion and Corey kind of get to work there, as Law's gonna get slap booped away, and
that's a 3-0 win for the Cantaloupes.
I'm not saying I didn't see it coming. I just thinking I would have liked to see a little bit more, not resilience, because I definitely think they did a good job of the fights they did win. They definitely looked like they were capable of winning more, as we'll see this crazy. I don't know how he went over that railing. I'd be raging. But again,
I'm going to interrupt you just for a second
and
ask, who do you think we need to choose a match MVP?
MVP. Well,
and I picked the one
2 options,
last
right?
time. So
there's
I think
2 options.
Yeah.
Because as much as you want to say Bonesy, just right off the bat, the way he facilitated his entire team to be able to just get in there, hit him quick, hit him hard, I don't know if I can give all the credit to him, as Centurion the last 2 rounds absolutely, I want to say, demoralizing them with just the amount of value he got on the Pharah. So I think, out of pure hatred for the hamster character, that I will say Centurion is our match MVP.
All right, I'm going to let him know. We'll get an interview going. Can you? I'll let you finish your original thoughts here. So while I get sent in here.
I do think, yeah, like you said, the stubbornness of hamsters, I think, coming back to bite them here, as not a lot of resources that could have been maybe their saving grace to be able to deal with the constant pressure of the hamsters in that form of the ball and Pharah. Obviously, hit scan and stuns are being picked, but I think there are better options. Maybe even just trying to go a comp that can ignore the ball completely, like a dive comp, and just maybe trying to mirror the Pharah, or just have stuff that it's going to be harder for her to hit, like a Tracer, and just have a Diva harassing it the whole time. I don't know. Trying to force Orion into that comp is probably masochistic, unless Law's into that kind of thing.
And we are going to, sorry, once again, I'm going to interrupt you. Yeah, we're going to go into lounge here and have a quick interview.
All right.
All right. All right. Congratulations, Centurion Pharah Gaming Overwatch, on your win today against the Hamsters.
Thank you.
And for getting match MVP.
So
I'm clapping, but I don't know.
Oh, you're clapping? Yeah. Woo, yeah. So, Tyrion, the first question I want to ask you is, how do you feel about the amount of facilitation, I'll call it, from your team to be able to set you up for some big time plays coming out on today's games?
I mean, Bonesy just makes a shit ton of space. That's always appreciated. And then, like, I remember this one time on our defense where, like, I was dead, all of us were dead, and Corey just, like, clutches, and, like, he had multiple clutches. So even if I die, like, it doesn't really matter, because Corey's always there to, like, just clutch when we need. And also, like, the heals are nutty, like, everybody kept me up.
Yeah, I think everyone it was kind of a toss up for who the MVP goes to today. I'd say everyone on your team played extremely well. Not too many misplays coming out.
Yeah, I was very impressed. Again, we saw it a lot in the first map, and we saw a little bit too, especially by you on Rialto, where, I mean, of course, Bonesy was a menace on the ball today. I don't think anyone can disagree. What I was more impressed by was the ability of your team to really both handle their front line while Bonesy was in the back, and also capitalize on that space being made, right? We saw on that last attack on Rialto by you guys, you and Bonesy went in, killed 4 instantly together, just knocking them off that high ground, and then we're just able to win the map, right? So, my question for you, right? I guess my question, I don't know if you're allowed to tell us, right? Because maybe I'm reaching into the secrets of the Cantaloupes, right? But who's making the comp decisions on your team? Is it normally just are people kind of just following like what Bonesy's doing, or are people kind of just going with a little bit of comfort picks and it's working? What's kind of going on?
Usually Derek will be like, okay, we're gonna play this, and then like if we need like an audible or something, Bonesy usually call it. Like he called on Eichenwald, he was like, okay, yeah, the FAR is probably not gonna work, and I'm like, yeah, against the double hit skin up on the high ground, it's probably not gonna work. So that's kind of like how he usually runs stuff, and we usually just fall back on like comfort picks as well.
Right. And I do you have any more questions from Logan? Because that was all my questions.
Yeah, I think the ability of your team to be able to follow up off of Bonesy's initiations, even if he died or not, lots of times the value is getting awarded to you guys in the form of trading at least, or going 2 for 1 off of a slam. So I just want to congratulate you guys, and I'll let Flambo ask the big question here.
So of course, as a time-honored tradition, right? If you did not win MVP, if you could give it to anyone else on your team, who would you give it to?
I'd just say Bonesy, he won us the first map. I personally did not really play well on the first map, but like there's multiple times where he just like single-handedly would get like 2 or 3 picks after he lost the fight, and we just rush back in and just clean up. So I'd say Bonesy for sure.
Yeah, I think our main toss-up was between you and Bonesy, but I don't like ball, so
that's fair. I only like Bonesy on my team playing ball. Other than that, I don't like ball.
Yeah.
And I think with that, we can draw our final week 2 match to a close. I'm Alan Flambo Jambo, proud South Korean kitten, here with my co-host Logan, Log Host Gaming, and thank you everybody for watching, and any VOD reviewers. Hi.
Hey guys,
Good night.
going?
And
Bye-bye.
Trey on the prod.
And Trey, oh, thank you, Trey. Yes, thank you, Trey, for prodding. Our hero who came in our time of need. Big ups to Trey.